ביות הבוקר ויהי קולות וברקים ויוצא משה את העם לקראת האלוקים. There's a midrash of Shir HaShirim, Midrash Shir HaShirim Rabbah. Over there they say, it brings over there, ישנו להם ישראל כל אותו הלילה. לפי ששנת של עצרת ערבה והלילה קצרה. ואפילו, אפילו פרוש, even nothing, אפילו לא הקץ בם, בא הקדוש ברוך הוא מצאם ישנים, התחיל מעמיד עליהם משמיעי קול. הדר הוא דכתיב, ויהי ביום השלישי ביות הבוקר, ויהי קולות וברקים. והיה משה מתעורר לישראל ומוציאן. והדר הוא דכתיב, ויצא משה לעם לקראת האלוקים. משה רבנו wakes up in the morning, הוא רואה שכל עם ישראל יושנים, טוב. No, Moshe Rabbeinu wasn't sleeping. Am Israel was sleeping. Moshe Rabbeinu was pulling them out of the house. What's going on? So let's understand the reason. It's unbelievable. Matan Torah. The Jewish people suffered all for this moment, for the Chatunah. Imagine someone is waiting for his Chatunah. He dated a year. They waited another half a year, and everything is Baruch Hashem Tov Yafeh. And the day of the wedding, Chatan. Where's the Chatan? Where's the bride? Where's the groom? Where are you? Where's the bride? Am Yisrael is like the bride, exactly. יש לתמוה איך ייתכן שמלילה כזה, which type of night? לילה שלפני מתן תורה, מאורע שבני ישראל ציפו לו לתוך תשוקה כה עזה, עד כדי כך שספרו את הימים שנותרו להם עד בואו, שקבעו בני ישראל לישון ושנתם ערבה להם. You know, before you have a trip, you know, like when you're packing the day before, you go, you're not relaxed. You have to make sure, did I forget any of my luggage? Did I do any of this? Did I do that? Even when you sleep, it says your sleep is very half-half. You wake up, your knees tired. You know, those type of feelings. Like you didn't have a full sleep. You were thinking in the middle of sleep last night. Same thing over here. Someone that's a moment that he counted for, he was waiting for so much. How could it be that he sleeps so much? And the Midrash Rabbah says, Yashena, Reva, Mashu. They went the best sleep they had. And then there's a biur, ויש לבאר שלא היה בשינה זו משום היסח הדעת, חס ושלום. You can't come speak lies about Israel. You can't say the Jewish people didn't know what they're doing, or they said, let's go to sleep, bedafka. Something much greater over here. אדרבה, שינה עצמה הייתה חלק מההכנה לקבלת התורה. This is something that you could stand for days, for years about this, on this point. How does sleep bring a person to being mukhanut lekabbalat orot, to accept different type of lights, like Kadosh Baruch Hu. Where do we see this? שבשעת השינה, this source is in the Midrash Rabbah. בשעת השינה יוצאת הנשמה מתוך הגוף ועולה למעלה, לעולמות העליונים. In the moment of sleep, when a person goes to sleep, the neshama leaves the body and goes up to the high realms. And it's brought a couple of times in Chassidut also. It's brought in the Tanya, in the chapter Amid Zayin over there. שכאשר הנשמה נמצאת בעולמות העליונים, when your neshama, every single night, it goes up, היא מסוגלת לקלוט ולהשיג גילויים נעלים מאוד. Your neshama, people say, like, wait, before you're born, you were in your mother's womb, you learned the whole entire Torah, the malach hit you over there, that's it, you forgot it, and that's the greatest moment that you had until then. Next time you're going to see the greatness is going to be after 120. It doesn't work like that. Every single night, in Perek Lamed Zayin and Tanya said like this, every single night your neshama goes up, it could get so much giluim. You know what giluim is? Revelations from God. Yeah. גילויים שאין ביכולתם להשיג כבן אדם ער והנשמה השוכנת בתוך הגוף. Things that your body cannot comprehend. Why? Because the second your neshama goes into your body, that's it. It's considered less than a percent of what than its potential. But when someone's neshama, when you sleep, and so someone's 60 at death after chatzot, alayla, and he goes to sleep and up, and that's it, he's up in shamayim, his neshama can get to the highest levels because it's not anchored down by the guf. Yes, no, not always. There's a back and forth to that, but in plain sense, the neshama goes up. Now, I can give you guys like a rule that there's also this. It's true. The Maharam MiPano. The Maharam MiPano was Rabbi Menachem Azaria. He was an Italian Mekubal. He was an Italian Kabbalist. He has his work. He was unbelievable, phenomenal, posek. Everything, any realm that he touched in Torah, it was unbelievable. He would have a gabai. And his gabai's job was in Shachrit, every couple of minutes, to tap the rabbi, hit him. So just to wake him up, like this, hit him in the face, and not like I'll hit, like to wake him up, shake him. And every single time he'll do that, he'll do it every couple of moments in the tefillah. That's every 3 minutes, every couple of minutes, he hits. One time the shamash was he praying, or he was finishing up learning, someone that he was doing something, and he got into the learning. And while he got distracted, he wakes up from what? Seeing his rabbi falling off the chair. His father fell off the chair. He comes and sees what's with him, and he passed away. That's it. This is how the Rav Menachem Azariah passed away. Rav Menachem Azariah, this Italian Mekubal, passed away by praying, and his neshama left his body. The neshama left his body like this. It's known also in the Chassidut Chabad, in the Admorim. All the rabbis, when they would say Ma'amar Chassidut, Ma'amarim. There's a couple levels of things that they say. One of the things is Ma'amarim is basically it's before. I'll explain the process. You have two nigunim, two types of songs, which basically connect your soul to a certain level. Then you sit. Then the rabbi starts saying this basically depth in the Torah, and different type of sfirot. And sometimes it has to connect with the week's parsha, whatever. You connect mundane to chol kodesh. That's what you're connecting. And when they speak it, they would have between their fingers, like in their hand, a handkerchief. Now, what's the reason of this? That if they're not going to hold something of this olam, a physical thing, the neshama can leave them, because they're talking things that the neshama is on fire right now. Wants to leave. And the same thing with the Rav Menachem Azariah. Rav Menachem Azariah was sitting and praying, just praying the word Ashrei Yoshev B'techa Puk, because the neshama can leave him. That's why you have to understand that we run through tefillah like it's like we're chewing gum. But the idea over here is every single word is very, very important. And that's how all this thing ties in. The bottom line, ולכן שקבעו בני ישראל לישון לפני קבלת התורה, מתוך כוונה שהדברים נפלאים והישגים בעת השינה יהיו הכנה ראויה למתן תורה. The Jewish people came together, they're sitting together, they're telling themselves, what should we do? How could I prepare myself? Should I learn the whole Shas? Should I learn this? Should I learn that? And they get to the conclusion, no. Whatever we learn over here, we're not going to get the levels of when we sleep. If we go to sleep, have a good sleep, our neshamot are going to go up and they're going to get saturated in Kedusha, and we're going to be ready for this moment. And that was the kavanah. Ba'afal piken, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, what was God's reaction? Lo haya svaratzon mitnagutam zu shebnei Yisrael. He did not like it. Why? The Midrash continues and say that, right? The Midrash continues and says, Madua bati ve'en ish, karati ve'en oni. I come, no one's here. V'lachein noagim, that's also the minhag of not sleeping in Shavuot, to be metaken that. It's beautiful what you want to do. Your intentions in Kedusha is the right thing. You want to saturate your soul to get to the level of Malachim, Baruch Hashem. But you're doing it on expense of the main event. So so from this we learn a very, very strong point, that in life we prioritize a lot of things. A lot of things we prioritize in life. If we, by mistake, and this happens to a lot of people, prioritize too much the side of the things that are going to affect us a little on the things on the side, the distractions, and we give them more importance and care, and we show our kids that's what we care about, and we show our friends that we care, that's all we talk about. What do they get? What type of understanding do they get? They get that moment understanding that what's important for my father, X, Y, and Z, this thing. But what about saying, yeah, I learned to come to a shul, but my father, what would interest him was doing this, was to do that. When every single thing is the child sees. And this is the same thing over here that we say. Kadosh Baruch Hu says it's very beautiful. You guys want to saturate your hearts and all these preparations. But if all the spiritual preparations came on behalf of the main event, so what's the point of all this preparations? And that's why we should take the point that we shouldn't lose ourselves in all the beauties and the side, the stuff on the side. Even though it's for Kedusha, don't miss the main event, the main thing in Kedusha.